Go ahead and get started. I know I'm like 2 minutes early, but I'm just dying. Dying. Okay, so couple of really good things have happened. Again, I just want to say thank y'all for taking your time to hop on with us tonight. So May the 5th, you guys, is it. So that is the day. That is my last teaching day. So you just thought that you were sick of me, but oh no, you're really going to be sick of me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I am so excited. I can't wait to be able to work with you on a full-time basis and be able to grow and do some things. And so tonight, that's what tonight is really going to be about, you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen and to show you some things that are in the process. So first things first, you guys have probably seen my Cherry Tree Silver website. For those of you who have not, we'll drop that. I'll drop that. It's cherrytreesilver.com. So we now have a digital marketing specialist that I have signed a contract with, and she is going to help us build our team. Now, again, we've grown our team tremendously through the help of Phil. I will forever be thankful for Phil for being a part of the PSI team, not leading the PSI team, because again, we have just, benefited greatly off of his influence. And, but we also need to do some outside marketing things, which we knew that, and we've been talking about that for a while now. So, we are going to be using the Cherry Tree Silver website that we kind of created back when we were doing the email marketing program. But now the difference is we are going to be setting up a funnel system. So a funnel system helps to attract people to the Cherry Tree site. There's some modifications I'm going to need to do to the Cherry Tree site. And at the very bottom, like even on here, I have the Sound Money promo video now updated. Yeah, Kim. They have the ability to schedule meetings. So instead of everybody needing to be a part of Cherry Tree, I'm just going to set up one Cherry Tree calendar, and anybody that wants to help take calls, we're all going to work together to spread that out. Okay. Rather than everybody having to do their own thing initially, I think if we just do this one time, because I'm paying for the funnel system, and y'all feel free to interject and ask questions as we're going through this. Okay. But I'm paying for the funnel system, and there's going to be a monthly, there's an initial payment to set all of this up, set up all the email marketing things correctly. Baby's walking me through step by step of exactly what I need to do. And then, so there's an initial charge for that, and there's going to be a charge monthly. So my point is, we decided just to take the Cherry Tree site and just do one calendar, and then whomever wants to help, once we start getting calls to come into the calendar system, it'll tell us, and the calendar system, you guys, works just like Phil's. It's basically the same thing. They can come into the bottom again and choose their availability, but everything comes to one calendar. So then if Michael wants to jump on one or two, some in there, or Phil or Kim or anybody, then we'll do an availability calendar for Cherry Tree. but we only have to do this one time, rather than everybody trying to duplicate everything initially. Now, not saying that eventually, you may want to branch off into that. We do, but initially that would leave everything coming through one funnel system. The funnel system's about $2,500 to get started. And then there's some maintenance each month, but I have a team now that's dedicated to Cherry Tree. So that to me is absolutely huge. We're going to be updating a few more things on the website, like for instance, where I just have my picture at the bottom. Isn't that cute? Picture at the bottom. I'm actually going to do a 30-second promo spot video. So they're going to hear me talk about 7K and talk about what we're doing. So we're going to be making some changes. These are some huge changes, but these are some changes that need to happen, guys, in order for us to move forward and grow together and grow exponentially together. So we're getting that done. So this weekend we have, we're getting the contract signed. We have begun working on the email funnel system. So what we're thinking about doing is we're going to take the website, we're going to create a funnel, an email capture funnel system through this website here. We're going to pick back up with the email marketing program. And what I would like to do, and this is what I want to discuss, is I know some of you bought some leads from that. What I'd like to do is just put all of the leads into the email marketing funnel. And then let's say somebody that was on Michael's list or Kim's list schedules an appointment, then that's Michael or Kim's person. Does that make sense? But you're only doing this one time. So now we're not reproducing anything. We're not reinventing anything. And it just makes things a little bit more simple. You know what I'm saying? And that just allows for a little bit of cohesiveness, togetherness, community, which is what we always wanted, right? So that's going to be absolutely amazing. And we're getting that started. We've actually already got that started. Actually today, Bambi and I worked on some stuff today. So I wanted to mention that to y'all because again, that to me is just, that's the element of the next phase of growth outside of Phil. And Phil and I have talked about this. He is totally 100% on board. He is proud of us. He is very encouraging of us. And he applauds us for being creative and doing our own thing. And again, I mean, I would never do anything without talking to him first. And even when I did the poll in the PSI group, I didn't do that without asking him first. So, you know me, I overthink things, and here is the poll. I don't know if some of you got to see, but you probably don't get to see the finishing results, but this was interesting to me. So and I did this for a reason, because as we go through our marketing campaign, we're going to be breaking out and doing some separate videos. So we're going to do an overall opportunity video, which will be our main bread and butter. But out of that, we're going to do our own Sound Money Wallet video. We're going to do one that's going to focus on 7K healthcare, one that focuses on IRAs, one that focuses on income potentials. Like I'm going to do one that's geared toward teachers and stay-at-home moms, as an example. But look, so I posted this in our groups and then the PSI chat group just to get some more responses coming back in there. So 70% said, hey, my top 3 benefits were the Sound Money Wallet, which we knew that. We know that. Stack and Sell got 26%. I thought that was pretty neat. The monthly auto saver was 43, 7K bullion, and then again, the income potential. So again, I thought all of those were great responses. And again, I wanted to see what drove people to being a part of 7K. Did somebody have something they wanted to say? I'm sorry. Okay. So again, I had a reason for doing that. I wanted some feedback, and I wanted to see, well, what brought you here and what can we do going forward to reach more people like the ones that are already here. So I wanted to do that. So, and that leads me to a conversation. So we're going to be going back to Cherry Tree. We're going to be doing some integration off of Cherry Tree. We are going to create a secondary team portal sign in. Okay. Both Andy's team and Todd's team do that, where they have a registration link at the top. They register and sign in. Now, Andy allowed us to be in, Todd's team does not. So we are going to be duplicating a team only sign in. And I kind of like Todd's, and I wanted to show it to you. So on his page, if you go to his page, this is his homepage. He's got a membership value page on his website. He's got a Meet Todd page. He's got an hour team. Now look, guys, his team, he's got people that are doing things full time. So again, I'm not saying we've got to totally reproduce the wheel, but this is all his family. I mean, they've all got specific jobs and things like that. That's cool. But what I did like with his member portal, once someone registers, they'll just sign in. But I wanted to show you what the registration part looked like. I thought that part was neat. So where Andy had the Rusty Lantern as the password to get in, our people, and I kind of like this, when they sign up to get into the member side of the website, we're gonna verify that they're our team member by their 7K by the 7K username. That way I can look them up and see who they are. And so I just thought that was kind of neat and wanted to share that. But what we had talked about doing that, we talked about going in here and adding a separate team page to the Cherry Tree site where, and honestly, we're just not using band. We're just not. So we've got to I want to streamline some things. So I want to do the website. I want to do a team segment of this website, and I'm going to be streamlining Telegram, and I'm going to go and add a Facebook group also. And let me tell you why. So I know a lot of the Patriots and a lot of the truthers use Telegram. They got away from Facebook. Facebook groups, though, for prospects, for people who are not in 7K, works very well for adding people. Works very well for adding people to the Facebook group, because you can add them into the group, tag them into a pinned message at the top, and then it just makes things very seamless. So while we're still going to be using Telegram, we're going to streamline that too, because we've got too many different things going on in Telegram. And I want to have a conversation with you about that, because this is not my thing. This is our thing. So there is a PSI channel on Telegram that is, again, people that Phil has talked to, and we can add people there. But I would like to have, this is what I would like to have. I would like to have, and again, we're going to reference them back here on the Cherry Tree side, where they can go in and join the Facebook groups, the Facebook group and the Telegram group. But I want a prospect group on both Telegram and Facebook. I want a prospect, and when I mean a prospect, that's someone that is not in 7K initially, because we need that. We need a place, in my mind, to drive our potential customers and potential people, where they can go and look at additional information. The only thing is Telegram is not very user-friendly for that. And Facebook is. I know a lot of people don't like using Facebook anymore, and that's okay. But we can, so what I want to do is I'm going to create a a prospect group on Facebook and on Telegram. We're going to do integrations into the website here on Cherry Tree. And then we're going to have a team page on Facebook. And then we already have a team page on Telegram. So that's done. What is your thoughts about that? I'd like some feedback on that. What you think?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, I was just wondering if there's going to be a way to get some of the people that haven't been involved in this, get them involved and get them registered and,
Yeah, so that's a great question, Ms. Karen. So part of the email list that we're going to generate is our active list, our inactive list, and those that may have canceled or not renewed their 7K membership. We're going to go back to them and making sure we do like what we call a drip process, where we send them information about things that are going on with 7K. We're hopefully going to turn those inactives back into active people. So yes, ma'am, absolutely. And it's going to take a little bit to do that because I'll have to go back through all of the phone contact appointment slot things to kind of look that up. But yes, ma'am, Ms. Karen, we're going to be going back. We're going to be adding and sending invitations out to all the active people for both groups. We're going to send out invitations to all the inactive people and all the canceled. Yes, just again, to offer that to them as a way for them to hop back in and see what's going on with 7K, because they may not be aware of the Sound Money Wallet 2.0. So yeah, I thought that was a good idea too. And that's something that we can do. Bambi is helping me get the email stuff set up through GMass correctly. And that's something that we can easily do and just input those lists in there, send that one mass email to that whole list and be able to start generating conversations. Even our active people may not really be actively aware of things. And we want to make sure that they know that we care about them. We want them to be as involved as they would like to, and just send them things from time to time. What do y'all think about that?
Yeah, I think I got a question. Like
Sure,
people
Mr.
that have canceled.
Mhm.
Okay, if they do, they have to just re-sign up again? Is that basically how that is? Or
All right, so here's okay. All right, canceled is somebody. Okay, and I probably shouldn't say canceled, but canceled is somebody that just opted back out of their 7K membership, usually within the first three days. Most people are just inactive, but we do have a few canceled people. But inactive is if somebody has been, let's just say, for instance, it was my turn to renew, and I didn't renew. After 6 months, they would have to totally re-sign up again. If they're just inactive, they can just be reactivated back through. But that's something that we would have to get them back to corporate about, because what's going to happen is, and look, guys, I'm just going to show you that too. Let me go back in here real quick. I wanted to do that. Let me just to show you, for instance. Okay. No, that's in Cherry Tree. I don't want to go in that one. I want to go in my main one. Main one. Okay, so if I go in my Download Explorer, just to show you guys, we have 1,436 active people in my downline. Now, this Downline Explorer, you guys, you understand that part of that is people that are really not on our team, that we may be getting sideline points and stuff for. But look at this. If I click on inactive, there's 827 inactive people. And again, a lot of these people are people that I enrolled. Like, so it'll be easy for us to generate a list, to go back to those people to say, and yes, a lot of it was finances, and that's things I can't control. But if it was a lack of communication, or they felt like they didn't find benefit, or if they were, they didn't really feel like they got the most out of their 7K membership, then we could go back to them. But basically, Mr. Field, they just need to make sure they don't go beyond that 6 months. I think it's 6 months after their 1 year anniversary, I think.
Okay, so after 6 months, they would just have to re-sign up just like a new person
I
would.
think so. I'm going to check on that before I start this process.
Yeah.
So, because in the body of the email, I'm going to send them what their options are, just to let them know. And I want to be clear when I get ready to do that. But that's more people that could be, reactivated, across the downline. So that's going to be huge. And again, just going forward, adding all of our new people to our email list, adding all of our new people to either the Facebook group, team group, or or to the Telegram group. Because if you look at Telegram for our team group, we only have 143 people that are even in the Telegram group. So that it's just about communication, getting them as involved again as they want to be, but making sure that people know that we do, want them to be involved and want them to do that. So yeah, we're going to, getting the email stuff set up will allow us to not only prospect to that email marketing list that we had, but it's also going to allow us to prospect kind of back to some of our inactive people and bring them back in as well. And then, with the funnel system, the way the funnel system is going to work, when they go and watch my introductory video on the website, then we're going to what they call it, they're going to capture their email and information first. So then we're going to create a funnel that way too. So I'm kind of excited about that whole thing. And just as far as bringing everything together so that everybody doesn't feel like they have to totally duplicate every little item. We're just going to start doing one thing together. Like I said, so that everybody on the team can benefit from that. So what do you guys think about that? What's your thoughts on all that stuff? I know it's a lot, but it's pretty exciting.
I got one more.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. You had that calendar out there where some of us made an appointment deal on your cherry tree thing.
Yeah.
Now, are we still going to use that, or are you just going to sign them out?
I'm just going to use one calendar.
Okay.
And
sign it out.
and then based on like whoever tells me that they want to help with calls, they're going to say, okay, Cherry, we're going to do a calendar just like what we're doing now with Phil's calls. We'll just add them to our original call calendar.
Okay. But basically, I don't have to worry about going out to that calendar. You're just going to take care of signing.
I'm going to handle all of that. Yes.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yep, that's fine with me.
Okay. Because I would
Jerry?
rather. Yes.
No, I'm sorry, Cherry. Cherry, this is Louis.
Hey, Louis.
Do you see me or no? Because I'm not even sure.
I saw you
But-
earlier. Yeah, I see you.
Okay. So anyway, hello guys. My name is Louis, Lou Tarusa, and Cherry, I'm new to the group and Cherry has invited me in and I appreciate it tremendously. I'm very excited to be part of you guys. I love everything that I hear. But I just want to, if I could, make 2 comments on Facebook and inactive members.
Sure.
So I've heard you mention how, like, a lot of us people, patriots from all over the country, don't like Facebook because we know why it started and what the purpose was.
Right.
And I agree with you. But you know what? This is a great idea to use Facebook, I think, in my opinion, because just think about it this way. We can take tools that they used to steal information from us, from good people in this country. And now we can take it and help people actually get their power back by getting wealth back. So I think it's a tremendous I think it's a tremendous thing. So I think it's really good. And I have a number of friends that have like hundreds. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do. I never belonged to Facebook, but I'd be willing to do it now only because of this movement. And inactive members, I think most of them might be inactive. I see you had 827 people on there, Cherry.
Mhm,
I
that's
would
right.
think that they're inactive just on the couple of weeks that I'm finding out more and more about 7K, is as people just have a lack of probably knowledge or the interest or whatever you may want to call it about what 7K really is all about.
I
I
agree.
keep finding in the last, I've only been with you, I think about a month, and you invited me here. So like, I think it's amazing. But besides that, the lack of information, like you just said, that they have is the only reason why I think that most of them would be inactive, because they just don't have the comprehension of what this is. So this is great. But anyway, guys, thank you. And I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Lou,
I-
he is from Long Island and Staten Island, New York. And so we have been working together and getting some things set up. But again, I understand the a lot of backlash with Facebook, but the Facebook groups, the reason why I mentioned that is that's what I know. That's what we used in my previous network marketing business. Is that's the method we use to get prospects and stuff in. All right, Tracy, go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, I kind of agree. Like, I don't love Facebook. A lot of people don't, but it's a free tool for marketing, like you just kind of said. For people that have been on it in the past, even though they don't love it, it's a lot easier to be able to share things, add people, just kind of tag them in a post if it's something of interest that might pique their interest towards 7K. So I think that's a great idea to have a prospect group there. As far as whatever you call the other one, not the prospects, it's a team group, I guess.
Mhm.
I think that's a good idea too. Do you want us to move away from the PSI bigger group then, I guess, on Telegram and just stick with, I'm on both. I'm on like everything, I feel like, but sometimes
see-
too much information. I don't want to say it's too much, but you know what I mean, to kind of bring it back down, funnel it down so it's a little bit more digestible for new people too.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to take away from PSI, and I don't want to take away anything from Phil, because again, I would have not have met any of you guys had it not been for Phil, But at the
Right.
same time, I really want us to focus on us too. So while I thought we would keep it maybe a little more intimate with just our team and do our own prospect group and do our own, again, we already have our own team group, but I was just thinking our own prospect group would be more intimate and newer people may feel better about asking in a smaller setting rather than in the larger setting. But again, that's just my thoughts.
No, and I agree. I think too, I have people that are patriots but aren't onto Telegram yet. They're like, I don't know, half awake maybe, so to say. That are on Facebook, that would be a great tool to be able to like introduce them to that side of it without them feeling too like, I don't know how they would feel, but
Yeah, because again, Telegram is not very user friendly as far as posts. Telegram is very great for communication, for chats, but it is not great at all for files, even popping in videos. If you ever pop a video in there, you've got to scroll forever to find it. Go ahead, Kim.
I was just going to say, especially like when we start doing marketing and stuff like the funnels and utilizing Facebook, a lot of those people aren't going to know who Phil is. So keeping the PSI chat as a tool for us, I feel like is a great idea because it's an awesome asset. Like if you have questions, if you pop it in one of our like group texts and people don't know the answer, popping your question in the PSI chat, you get thousands more eyes on your question and you're able to get that question answered. So I feel like it's a great tool to have, but also having our own group separate for new people, like I said, who don't know Phil, I feel like is just a smart way all around it.
I mean, what can it hurt, right? I mean, we're
Yeah.
just trying our best to reach new people. And again, of course, with his viewership, a lot of people are getting tuned on to Phil. But, you know, and also from our perspective, we want to tell them our story too, which leads me to the next point in our thing. So eventually, I am going to want you to tell me your 7K story about why you got started. Now, so, you know, as a leader in our group, you know, I'm going to do a little 30-second little thing. You could either do a video or you could do a little 2 or 3 sentence, you know, testimonial, if you will. And I want to use those on the website too, to bring people in to say, oh, these are real people that have been with 7K. And now, you know, this is what's worked out for them. Like Mr. Field could talk about, for instance, because I know he's finished his animal series collection. You could talk about, I mean, he could talk about that, for instance, you know, and the value of his collection, how much it's gone up. Just again, guys, just different ways to bring different viewpoints in and bring in new eyes. I mean, because, you know, you've got different demographics of people, you got different geographic locations. We just want to reach who we can, and just keep in mind, the whole point of this is for us as our network to work together to build our network and make it larger. Because again, you know, Miss Carrie knows people out in Arizona, Kim knows people in South Carolina, Mr. Fields got contacts in Houston, Mr. Lou's got contacts in New York, I'm in Alabama. That's what makes this thing beautiful, is that we can work together to build a community, to invite people in and work together. So the missing piece for us, I think, is coming. And we just need to work together to do that. But I didn't want to do anything without really, like, you know, going through this with y'all, because I'm going to need you guys. I'm going to need y'all to be here and help us when it's time for, you know, for us to take calls and do some calls and talk to some people, because I hope we get a tremendous about a response. I mean, I'm going to need some help with that. Brian, go ahead.
I like the site with the login potential, because I have a group that I have found that they actually understand the value of silver and everything. So that's going to be a growing group for the 7K side of things. But my focus is so spread out on everything I'm learning right now. They would be fantastic to have like just one common site that I can like give the group as it grows access to this tool for if they're
Yes.
they're wanting to actually learn it. Like there's one good spot for everybody to go to stay in
Yes.
touch.
Yes. Well, and then again, then it's going to have integrations to the Facebook group and into the Telegram group, and then they can decide for themselves whatever else they want to be a part of. But yeah, it starts with that one centralized place for everybody to go to. We pretty much have everything put together on the band group, you know. So that's gonna be an easy peasy transfer over. I just want to get it done so that it's there. Because again, I think this is the next step for us. I really do. I mean, I think we're ready for this. And now we're going to be able to do that. I wanted to talk to y'all about this too. So Brian went in here and added the Mark and Danielle's link and stuff to some of the training and stuff. I took out Andy's stuff, and I'm going to say this about that situation. I don't know what's going on with that. I took myself out of Andy's group. I'm on her announcements channel, but I took myself out of Andy's group just because I don't want any flack from anybody. That's just me personally. But just, and guys, this team training schedule is going to be a fluid document until we get things rolling. Okay. Until I figure out how things are going to go. You know, this is going to be kind of a fluid thing. So don't think it's going to be just something that's going to stay as it is. But, you know, like after I come back from convention, that's when the daytime things are gonna start happening. And we may even change that up and do it, instead of doing a 10 a.m., I may do a 1 p.m. I don't know yet. We're just going to, and what the point of that is, and what the point of this is being flexible enough, and I'm talking to myself, being flexible enough that when we have people that want to do opportunity calls, I don't care if it's for one person, gonna do it at their schedule. That's what I'm looking forward to. Is being able to be free enough that, you know, if Lou's got somebody that I need to talk to, or he wants me to talk to, or Kim's got somebody, or Miss Karen's got somebody, it doesn't matter what time of the day that it is, we can find time to get it done. And that's the point of this whole thing. We're now kind of being, we're kind of moving out of high school into young adulthood now, and we're kind of like standing on our own 2 feet a little bit and doing not really our own thing. We're just doing a continuation of the things that we know to do, and that the things that we've learned over the last, or I've learned over the last 2 years too, you know, but I'm still growing and learning too. I'm still trying to figure out what's going to work. And that's what the nature of this whole thing is. It's just best practices. What can we do to make this process better, easier, cleaner, simpler? And we're all just learning and working together. So like I said, you know, again, I will always post these links. Any training that we'll do, the videos will go into the groups. Of course, with the Facebook groups, it'll be easier because those will be put together better than it does with Telegram. But again, we're going to be doing a mixture of opportunity calls and new member orientation several times a week. Daytime, evening, training. I do still want to offer Todd's team training on Wednesdays. And, you know, because he still does do a pretty good team call. Andy's team call is pretty simple. Sometimes Andy's not even on there. So I, you know, I'm kind of wanting to stay away from that for a little bit. You can't go wrong with Bob Reed on Saturdays. So again, we're moving into a focus on us, on building our team, building our community, and offering new member training and opportunity calls as often as we can. Any thoughts on that? Okay. All
Hey, Sherry. It's
Yes.
Michael.
Hey,
No,
Michael.
just a couple of quick comments. Everything you've said, particularly with the social media, I'll be honest, I wasn't sure how 7K and social media get together for the most part. So I'm glad that we have opportunity to do something beyond the telegrams, things of that nature. Not that Patriots aren't who we want, frankly, but we want everybody.
Right.
I mean, if you're a business, you want everybody to have your product. So, I mean, I don't think we should be bashful about that at all. Although I will hold my nose and go to Facebook. It just is what it is. Or I don't know if there's even been thought about others, you know, there's some people on Instagram, there's some people on Twitter, places like that, you know, that again, maybe some of these folks on our list or email list, they may be on those platforms, but not on ones that we're on.
Right.
So just a thought there. Again, I know, you know, having a presence on social media is not the ultimate thing, but it's definitely a thing. And then as far as training and stuff, it's, you know, Siri's been recording everything I just said. Crazy thing. I'm beginning to wonder if those things aren't controlled by Phil at the CIA. But anyway, that's another story. But no, the training schedule is big and awesome, but you know, I'm hoping we're going to ease into this a little bit.
Yes, we are.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, and the
Everything's
thing
great. I love it.
with the thing with social media is, so the Facebook group has to be a private group, can't be a public group, which is fine because you want to invite people into your community. You don't want, so we're going to do a private group. So the thing that 7K like there's a 7K exclusive group on Facebook that Blake Davis kind of admins from 7K corporate. So, I mean, 7K is on Facebook, but they do that from a private
Well-
group perspective. Yeah, private group perspective. So I've already talked to them about that, and we can do that as long as we post in that private group. We can do that. So again, you know, I mean, I'm on TikTok. I haven't got brave enough for TikTok yet, to be honest with you. I love watching TikTok and laughing my butt off, but I'm not brave enough to do TikTok. I am on Twitter. I am on Instagram. Kim and Stacy do Instagram pretty well. I want to do more on that with like the reels, like the little short little promo videos. And then I have Cherry Tree has a YouTube channel where I upload some videos too. I need to get better about posting those and generating some traffic that way too. That's part of the digital media strategy that Bambi and I are working on as well, to integrate YouTube and get some viewerships there as well. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to get into TikTok. I just hadn't done that yet, but maybe eventually, because TikTok right now is really huge with a lot of different demographics, and especially with the Patriot, the Patriot genre. You see a lot of videos about Nasara Jasara. You see a lot of videos about the new money system. You see a lot of stuff that is geared to our community. So I think TikTok would be definitely something else to break into, that we could also integrate into the Cherry Tree site. Like at the top, we could have our little Facebook, TikTok icons at the top where they could join our specific pages and groups and things like that. So we're definitely going to do that. But again, I just, I wanted y'all to know that I'm just, again, forever thankful to Phil for this opportunity for us to build what we have built so far. Just to have the opportunity to be able to leave a career and move into something that I've always wanted to do. And I'm just overwhelmed with that, with just thankfulness and gratitude for that. I just don't even know what to say, but we are going to still do a Sunday night team training. I'm going to leave those on Sunday nights. And like I said, again, the schedule will just keep going from there. Go ahead, Kim.
I was gonna say, if anybody's interested, I could probably get with Stacy and see if anybody would be interested in like a social media training one night. We could kind of do something like that and kind of talk about like the do's and the don'ts and how to get engagement and stuff like that. So if anybody's interested, I'd be more than happy to get with her. I lost access to my Instagram, unfortunately. I got booted. And I don't even think I can like make an Instagram ever again. So I posted way too many cute stuff on Instagram and I lost it. But yeah, I mean, I'd be more than happy to help you guys out with that too.
Well, you would be a great TikToker.
I was gonna say, I think that's the last app that I could even have access to. So digital soldier here, down for the count.
Right. That's right. We're just trying to figure out what's going to work for us, and it's going to be a fluid thing. We're going to be figuring out what's going to work, and we're going to share. But I think, again, as we go through this process, we're going to just do this together, and we're going to come out better and stronger. And I want you guys to know that I really do appreciate everything that y'all do. I appreciate y'all being here because y'all are my core group. I appreciate you more than you know. And being able to do this with you guys means a lot to me. But yeah, we're moving ahead. Like I said, Bambi and I are getting things going. We are going to be setting up the, making changes to the website this week and getting the funnel going and, start putting all the little pieces and things together. So, with that, do y'all have anything further y'all'd like to talk about?
Jerry,
Yes, sir.
Jerry, yeah, I believe that was Kim who just mentioned about the training.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, so I'm in on the training. I know nothing about Facebook. So if Kim wanted to do something with that kind of training, I'm just saying I would be in.
Great. Yeah, I'm in too, because again, I need to work on just my confidence and just getting in the habit of doing it and talking and getting my not really spiel, because I don't want it to be ever really be a spiel, but I want them to know what we have that sets us apart from everybody else. And so we're just that's what we need to be doing. We need to be doing that. And you know, I want to try to figure out how we can bring in who we can and be able to share 7K with them. So like I said, we're gonna be working on that this week. Corporate call tomorrow night. And then Mark and Danielle's call is there too. I'll share the link on that if anybody wants to join that. We're going to do it, like I said, opportunity call Tuesday night. I'm working on a third perspective, doing something different again. Going to do a personal view of 7K. So again, just figuring out something that's going to work. While I do love that 7K in 7 minutes, it's very hard to do that. It's very hard I love the catchphrase of 7K in 7 minutes. I love it. And eventually I think we'll get there. But right now, I don't want to lose focus on what 7K is about just for the sake of 7 minutes. Does that make sense?
How about 17 minutes?
I was gonna say that.
I was too. I
7K
mean,
and
I love
17
it.
minutes.
In 17 minutes.
And
It's
really,
a little
it's gonna-
hidden meeting for us too.
yeah, it really does take about a good 15 to 20 minutes to do it right. It does. And you can still do a good presentation, a Q&A, and be out in 30. You really could. You know what I'm saying? So I think so. So I'm gonna work on that. But like I said, the one Tuesday night is gonna be a personal, a little more personal. So we're gonna do that. And then we're just gonna take it as it comes. I'm gonna try to do another one Thursday night, but the Grand Boys have baseball at 5:30. So I don't know about Thursday yet. So we'll just take it as it comes and everything. But guys, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Does anybody have anything else before I say good night?
Are you going to have an invite for the Facebook page?
Yes, we're gonna have an invite for the Facebook page once I get that done. I'm gonna do that for the team and for the prospect group. Yes, and I will hopefully have that done in the next day or so. I'm working on both of those, and I will send that out to everybody personally, and that way you can invite yourself in case I'm not friends with you on Facebook, which you don't have to be friends with me on Facebook, but you can be, but you don't have to be. But you know, I know I'm being stupid, but anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna send that out, and then that way everybody can join, and because I really want to do that, you know, build that. I don't know, just adding that other platform. Facebook groups is just a lot better to manage. It's a lot better to add people in, tag them in a post, and then it allows them to find specifically what they're looking for every single time. I mean, it's just easier. So, but yes, Mark, we'll do that.
There's even like a feature when creating a Facebook group that you can do like learning modules where you can like set up different, I guess learning modules is the best way to do it, where you can have them go through certain modules
Yeah.
before, like as a prerequisite.
Yeah,
So that might be
there's a
something to look
guide.
into.
There's a guy there in the team one. I got guides started, and like guide one is like, you go through the a couple of steps to kind of move through a progression of knowledge per se. You don't really ever test them or anything, but it just kind of helps them move through in little bitty pieces as you kind of go through there. But yes. And even, even for us existing people, I think it'd be good for us to kind of back up and go look at it from a newbie's perspective. Just make sure we're not, because what the guides do too is kind of like, it's like a step-by-step process. But what it does, it chunks things up so it's not overwhelming and it's not all of it at one time. It's little bitty pieces. And so I'm trying to take a step back and look at that from that perspective too. But
the
as far as, go ahead, Mark, go ahead.
So the Facebook page is going to have a place where the new people are going to show up. It's going to have some training on Smart Money Wallet or the 7K app or signing up on the website or prospecting or the meeting schedules is what you're planning.
Yes, all of the above. So all the team stuff will have that. And then the prospect group will have a breakdown of each of the 12 benefits of being a 7K member. And hopefully some, training videos and things like that on the ins and outs of being a 7K member. So that's going to be one specific group, will be a prospect group for us to invite potential prospects to. And then the second one will be a training group where we can add people there. Yes.
On the taking the leads into this funnel, do you just need do you still have access to those lists since you shared those lists with us, or do we need to
Oh,
come
yeah.
back to
I
you or
have
just
them
say,
asked
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm good with my whole list going into that pot.
Yeah. I mean, Paula was really the only one that really sent out a good bit, and I need to talk to her. I only sent out 100. So pretty much I was just going to see and then send that out. And then Kim and Stacy and I have a little bit of a list of network marketers as well. And we're going to do it. I want to do a separate email funnel marketing thing for them too, about checking out 7K from an income business building perspective.
Nice.
So yeah. And then the guy that's setting up our funnel, he has some experience too. And so we're meeting this week, and he's going to be adding and giving me some tools and some tips and some things and some ways to reach people as well that would be good prospects for us. So
Very nice.
yes, I'm excited, you guys. I really am.
Good.
Really, really am. So all right, well, it's been almost an hour, and I usually don't like to keep y'all but close to being an hour. So I know that tonight was a lot, but I really just wanted y'all to know I feel like we're in a good spot, moving ahead and moving forward, and more importantly, moving forward together. And I'm really excited about our future and what's coming for us. So with that, I will say good night. I love you, and we will talk soon, okay?
Thank you.
See y'all.
Good
Thank
night.
y'all. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Mhm.